And, our experience personally was that I was $100,000 in debt. Moira and I had both been divorced. We were living in separate homes. We had three kids together. That means two mortgages, two lawns to cut, two driveways to plow, two different jobs. And we were dating. And I had already been a satisfied customer of the services, but the month was longer than the money, and I was looking for a way out. I did not know that I was looking for Legal Shield as a business opportunity. But we got started on a super part-time basis, followed the system, and in about 18 months, working very part-time with this company, we were making more money than Moira was making at her full-time job. Now, that was a daycare business, 12 hours a day, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The house was full of kids, and quite often she had associates brought in to help her keep the ratios in line. I still don't understand what all that means, but something about you can only have so many kids under certain ages, and so you need extra people to make sure that you were legal. But anyways, it was crazy. And when that happened, that's when we took Legal Shield seriously. My co-host tonight, Mr. Noah Kayamba. I wish I could say that I personally recruited him. I didn't, but I am so grateful that the system found him. We found somebody, they found somebody, they found somebody. Noah ended up on our team. Noah, let me turn it over to you, sir, to introduce yourself and your background, and we'll kind of get into our little fireside chat for the evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Brad. This is Noah Kayumba. That is my name. My background, I'm a pastor. I have been pastoring churches for 3 decades, and I was actually pastoring church, and my wife was driving truck when this business came to me. And when they did presentation, and I saw my way out to retire my wife from driving truck because it was so hard on us. She was coming home after driving 12 hours a day and going from Edmonton, we are in Alberta, driving 12 hours to Regina and coming back, and it was so hard. And when I embraced this opportunity, it took us just actually 4 or 5 months, I retired my wife. And in my first 12 months, I could make 400,000. Can you imagine? 400,000 in 12 months. This is what I've never made in my 20 years in Canada. So, with that, back to you, sir.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And so whether you want to make a little bit of money or whether you want to make a boatload of money, it's all about how many people you can reach out and touch. Now, the Amelias have taught us that we do three things in this business, right? We share our services with everybody. Some people say yes now, some people may say yes later, some people may never say yes. But if you don't ask, you don't get, right? Number two, we promote the opportunity. Now, that doesn't mean everybody needs to join your business. That doesn't mean everybody's a good recruit. But people don't wander around with a sign on their forehead that says, I'm looking for extra income. You got to ask, right? And the third thing we do is we build for events. Now, the next thing that we're building for, of course, is the Dallas Leadership Convention, October 3rd. Speak to the person that invited you. And after that, we're going to gather together all as Amelia family in January for the tag team slash Amelia family event. Shannon's already dancing in the streets there. That's a great thing to do in Florida, the second weekend of Florida. Go to the Amelia family website or Facebook. You can find all the details. That's not the point of tonight's call. But those are the three things we do. Now, what does that mean? It means that you've got to approach somebody, you've got to present to them, and you've got to close, right? You've got to ask for the sale. Now, if you do it right, the system will do all of those things for you. Noah has had incredible success, not once, and some people could call that lucky. And that's why I asked Noah to come on the call tonight, okay? Because if you can do something once, lots of people go, well, he got lucky. He did it in Zoom, in COVID. And, he's a pastor. So he talked to all of his congregation and they all signed up and he got lucky. But if you can do it twice and you can duplicate it in your organization, that's not called luck, folks. That's called a system that works. And so tonight, I thought what we would do is we just have a little fireside chat with Noah Noah, you've had some phenomenal success back in COVID. Now that the world has opened up, you're duplicating that success. I understand you're not even at home tonight. You're down in Kansas City, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, awesome. So, folks, I'm going to ask Noah a few questions. What he's doing with his team to create the kind of success that he's having all over the place. And the first one is, you know, you've got some magic. You've got some luck. Some may call it. I don't call it luck because I see what goes on behind the scenes. But let's start with how are you teaching your team to approach people? Because that's the first step. You got to stick out your hand and say, hi, right? How are you teaching your people to approach so that they get them in front of the information?
Thank you so much, Brad. I'm so glad when you said it at the beginning. You said something here that that what I'm doing in my team and with my team is not a luck. It's not because I am a pastor. And I want to tell everyone here, myself in my church, I recruited about four or five people in my church. So I'm leading the church of about 200 people, but myself, I recruit about four people, well, five people. I don't know exactly. So, but I want to share with you what I have been doing before I got sick and after I'm healed now and what I am doing and how that produce. So, I'm going to share my screen with you here, and we can see this together. I'm going to answer first about approaching. What do I do, and how do I do it? This is very important because it can help you. I don't do something different, but I'm consistent in what I'm doing. First of all, how myself I approach the prospect and how I teach my leaders and every member or associate to approach a prospect. Number one, the associate mindset is the key. I don't just tell them, go and invite your friend, but at the first, when they come in the meeting, every week I'm teaching about mindset, business mindset, what you have to do and what you need to understand, because the business is here. Business is not in hand. Business is here first. How you see it and the way you think about it, and you will see the result. What I do is to make a firm decision to make money. This is, Brad, I wanna tell you and tell all media family, you cannot talk about business when you don't talk money. This
Correct.
is what I do with my people. I present them. We have so good product, wonderful product that everyone need, for sure. Some of them, they won't use it. I'm here for 4 years and a half, and I have used my membership once. That's it. But what am I getting every single day? This morning, I'm in Kansas City for my niece's wedding. And this morning I wake up, I found the money in my account. This is amazing. So I'm making money every single day, but I'm not using my membership every single day. I promote this business with how can I make you make some money, extra money, and why not making big money from this business? So make a decision to make money. When you make a decision to make money, you're going to use the product. So this is what we have. And that is number one, to make an associate understand the mindset of this business. Number two, make up your mind that it won't be easy, but it's not impossible to convince people. When yourself you are convinced, it's easy to convince others.
Yes.
When yourself you are convinced, when you know that I'm going to make money, it's easy because you'll be natural. What is not in you, you cannot make it natural. To be natural must be in you first. So when you are convinced you're going to make money, you can talk to people easily. And number three, never prejudge. I got this from Media Family. Being on this Zoom, I got this from Media Family. Never prejudge somebody. This one will come or not. And number four, there is no businessman or businesswoman without business. Doesn't exist. So call yourself a businessman. How do you call yourself business? Show me a business that you have written. This is what I put in my people mind. And the last one is just invite. Back to you, sir.
Wow, so many nuggets there, Noah, but I love that one. You cannot give to someone else what isn't already in you. If you don't believe that this is a great opportunity, you're not going to invite with any passion, any conviction. And I call it the big question mark on your face, right? Would you like to join my business? Is not the way you approach people. You approach people like, I've got an incredible service that we can help you with, right? And so now we get to the presentation portion, right? There's lots of questions. There's lots and lots of questions. In fact, we had it at our Super Saturday this weekend of our guest speaker. 2 or 3 different people said, do you lead with the membership or do you lead with the opportunity? And the answer quite often is it depends on the conversation that you are having with the person at the time. But in general, Noah, how do you guys present the opportunity? How do you present the membership? What seems to be what works best for you and your team?
As I said, what works better with us and with my team? First, with me. What brought me in the business, the opportunity was good about membership, but when I saw money, because this is what the people need every single day. This is what people use every single day. This is what people look for every single day. Our membership is so good. It's just the means, it's just the way to get the money. But when it comes to the presentation, I have a 2 or 3 point that I told my people. Never beg someone to come on Zoom. You cannot be in the business and you beg some people to come on Zoom and to follow you. They'll be asking questions. Because this is an opportunity that you are presenting to them that may change their lives forever. That's why we use testimonies. And I always tell them to use my testimony. Don't beg someone when there is an opportunity that can give him a financial freedom. How can I beg you to be free financially? I cannot. I'll be proud to introduce this business to you. This is very important because the opportunity to have justice, access to justice system, and the opportunity to have money, to make some money from everywhere. From everywhere. When I'm out of Alberta, I always do Zoom myself. I don't give it to somebody. I do Zoom just to show people, look, I'm here doing what I want, when I want, with who I like, and from wherever I am. So don't beg someone. Remember, you are presenting to them an opportunity that may free them financially. What I always say, this is what I say. And I got it from many a family. Being on this Zoom and the following, just copying what they do, I can change a little bit the word, but the patterns stay the same. I got an opportunity that may change. I have to convince them. For sure, it's always said here to tell someone this may or may not. It doesn't work for me. I'm not telling you to move that, but me, I don't add may not. No, because it works for me. Why cannot work for you? I'm going to show you how that works. That's it. And I said, I got an opportunity that may change your life and your family's life big time. Could you make a time this evening? I don't give you just many chances to be free and said when I get free. No, because I know what I'm talking about and I'm so convinced I'll tell you. And this is what I tell all my team. They do this. That's why we duplicate. And that's why we recruit. Every single day we have maybe 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 15 people joining my team. Because We give them and the time, and we tell them it's going to take 30 minutes just to come tonight or tomorrow. And I like somebody responding to it saying, oh, I don't have time today. Tomorrow I'll come. Because I give him a chance to respond. I have an opportunity that may change it. And by curiosity, he can ask me what that can change me. And I talk about what people are looking for every single day. I'll tell him, we have a product that can give you money. And you can make that money from your sitting room, your living room. Even when you are traveling, you can still make money. And that person will be curious to know, how can I be traveling? And how can I be sleeping and making money? This is what we do. Thanks, Brad. Back to you, sir.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think the words of Brian Crothers, our number one money earner, echo in what Noah's saying there tonight. He said 50% of the world may have a legal problem, but 100% of the world needs more money. And folks, we've gone through a difficult period, right? High interest rates. We're going to go through an even more difficult period. There's a lot of mortgages across Canada, the United States, that are coming due that were locked in for 2-3 years at low interest rates. Okay, those mortgages are coming now due in the next 18 to 24 months. About 60% of the mortgages in North America are coming due in the next 18 to 24 months, and they are not going to be renewed at 1.5% or 2%. They're going to be renewed at 4%, 5%, 6%, right? Depending on people's credit ratings. Every single person that's a homeowner needs some extra income. I'm just talking about one tiny area of the economy. But every single person needs more money and more tax deductions because they're now a business person, as Noah talked about. So, would you like to lead with something that is going to land on 50% of the world as a legal problem, or 100% of the world that needs to earn extra money? Noah's tapped into that concept, so it's not something new. We've heard it before from Mr. Brian Crothers. So we invite people. It may change your life. If you say that, in their brain is, well, what is it? I'd like to change my life, right? They can add what are their negatives. Noah doesn't put the negatives in their mind. It may not change your life. They can add those negatives. He lets them do that himself. He doesn't tell them, don't give someone negative, give them the positive, right? All right, so now you've got them in front of the presentation. We've got them to look at the Zoom. At the end of the Zoom, what are you doing to close them? And Noah, we talked about this. Most people don't necessarily join the first time. So how important is follow-up?
The follow-up is the key. Is the key. When you bring somebody, first of all, let me say this. When you're inviting someone, be short. Be short. Let him guess. Let him just pique his curiosity. Because when you start explaining, when you're inviting somebody for the first time, it's going to take too much. He will see that you are trying to convince him. The impression that you give to somebody is very important. You have what that person needs. It's not you have to explain too much that he can get to it. Every product that have too much explanation in it, it's not worthy to be bought. Right. But more is short, more you bring curiosity. Be short. This is what I have been doing, and this will bring more people on Zoom. That's why my Zoom in the morning, night, I have always people on it. So, closing, when somebody doesn't, he comes on Zoom and doesn't want to buy, or doesn't want to become an associate, the following up is always good. But there is a key in following up. This is the word that I'm using myself, and this is the word that I always tell my people to use. I want you to take screenshot. Maybe it's not perfect. You have the good one. Mine works. That's why I want to put them here. It's working. I said, Brad, I know you are a positive and influential person. Just this way, even somebody is not positive, is not influential, you give him something in his heart. Don't forget, human being were emotional. Emotional. Sorry about my accent. We are emotional. Human being, we are emotional. We work when our emotion is up. So you have to tap into that to tell somebody is a positive and is influential, even when you don't know him. Tell him that this is the reason why I'm coming to you. This opportunity will change your life. But think of your friend and think about your acquaintances. They need it today. You can change a lot of, you put some kind of pressure, but politely on person to show him that it's not just about you, it's about also your family, your friend, and the people that trust you. They need this. That's why I wanted you to see this. Why am I saying this word, being positive and being influent? Because it's about how the prospect feels. The big time, this is what I found, is not about how good our product is. And let me tell you the truth, talking about my community, most of African here, we can use membership. There are many things that we'll never use. It's like a will. The African people, they don't do will until they are 80 or 70 something. When they are 50, 40 something, you talk about making a will, that means he's going to die tomorrow. It's calling the death on him. There are many stuff that they don't use much, but it's about how they feel. How do you present this opportunity to them and how important they are? And it's about what they will get out of it. This is the question they always ask, what do I get? So show somebody that, listen, you don't want to take this business today, but I want to tell you, you are positive and influential man. You cannot just help yourself or your family, but you have a friend and people that trust you, and you can help them. So when that person feel like, oh man, I'm influential, I'm a leader, so that's why this guy is after me, let me get it. This is how we do it. Back to you, sir.
Awesome, Noah. You know, I can't hear John Maxwell's words are echoing my brain right now. Leaders paint pictures. And that's exactly what you just did. You painted a picture for a prospect of what their life could look like if they joined your business, the lives they could help, the people they could change, and as a result, because they've now seen the presentation, the money that they could make and what it could mean to their family. You've planted a seed. And now they go home, and once a seed is planted, it can do nothing but grow. They're sleeping, they're awake at night, they're driving in their car, they're having a shower, they're reading a book, and something's going in their brain. Noah said I was influential. Noah said I could help somebody. Noah said I could make more money, right? All of these positive things, eventually they come back to you. So, you know, Brian Crothers says it the same way. Sorry, we've got some echo there. You know, it's all about inspiring people and talking about a positive future, right? Mike Mealy says, begin with the end in mind, right? We don't want to just get them in so we get our performance club points. We don't want to get them in to get them faster qualified. We want to get them in so they're a productive member of our team on a long-term basis. And what could that mean for them? Leaders paint pictures. John Maxwell says it all the time. If you guys have enjoyed this, we are going to do it again on some slightly different topics. We're going to talk more on Wednesday night. We're going to have fireside chat number 2.